Richmond in red with Nick DeMauro, and Duke in their all-white home uniforms with Brian Smith. And Brian Smith for Duke makes easy work of it. 20 seconds left on the shot clock. And Richmond opens the scoring. The hottest stick on the Spiders team, Ryan Lanchberry. Board first here in Koskinen will go a long way for Richmond.
We talked about how good they are from a skill perspective. You just see that attack the middle of the field. Lanchberry fades off the backside.
Final. Then they put a good win on High Point, a team that beat this Duke team earlier in the year. So playing with confidence, and it showed up in Durham. Ryan Lanchberry, he's got both for the Spiders, and it's a surprise 2-0 start. Ryan Lanchberry show early.
I thought Richmond was going to come to play, sweeping across the top and hitting Lanchberry. Some of these zone busters outside, Brad Smith, Ledman, and Nakeie Montgomery. There you go.
Brad Smith puts it where Rusbuldt can't get it. Down the right alley and cashes in. And
textbook shooting. Down the alley, get that stick high. They're going to attack the zone defense. You alley dodge, you should have that defender coming up. Early to sit back, and like I said, they are comfortable. I mean, they don't worry. This is a big game for them, but no bigger than any other game. But Duke's going to make it a tough one for them, that's for sure.
We're tied at 2 thanks to the junior Kevin Quigley. Blue Devil midfielders getting it done.
Quigley has been at Duke for what seems like forever. Skipping across the field, through that zone defense, stinging it right. So Duke is giving the top side.
And Richmond makes them pay. Tate Gallagher goes low to beat Uppgren.
They are attacking the top side of the field, and that opens up the heart of your defense. So you saw it earlier in our clip there. Richmond attacks the top side of the field. They get the Duke defense.
And Coach Dan Chamati. That was before Chamati actually went from West Jenny to Duke, where he played college. Can't sleep on Nakeie Montgomery, picking up right where he left off last May.
Switch. He's as good as any midfielder in the country. Just comes out of the box. I think Richmond's slow to play him because of how deep he is, but you step in there.
Down the left alley, passes back. Getting the hands free and cashing in. Mitch Savoca takes it right into the teeth of the Duke defense.
We said it in the open, you need to initiate out of the midfielders, and it's been all the Richmond middies so far. The throwback to Savoca, runs through the chip.
Here's Brad Smith. Goes right, bouncer. Rusbuldt got a piece of it. Duke recovers, and it's a fresh 80 seconds on the shot clock. CJ Carpenter, nobody stepped up, and the senior makes Richmond pay.
Duke would be okay playing 5-on-5, so they keep Pete Welch down at the bottom of the screen. Richmond tries to sub, and they're down a man. You see 5 for red, and that's 6 coming in late. But your zone is unorganized.
In postseason play, it's those 50-50 balls that separate teams. And it leads to a goal. Joey Manown.
Coach Stanowski on our call this week said they want to attack before Richmond can get into that zone defense, and here it is. No slide, the zone's not set up, no support. Joey Manown underneath, diving across the face. 2 guys below the cage that need to start to dodge and create.
First lead of the game, if you can believe it, for the 2-seed Duke. And another goal. C.J. Carpenter again for the Blue Devils.
You see the smile on his face after that goal. Who's playing better? Having that week off and watching other teams play, put that taste in the senior's mouth and in the team's mouth of what could happen if we lose again.
Duke has won 5 of the last 6 faceoffs, a microcosm for the momentum swing.
Janowski just booched this team up, built the confidence.
Confidence leads to goals. Joey Manown does it again, his 2nd goal.
Teams are starting to find those openings in the Richmond zone. You move Brad Smith behind the cage, a natural quarterback and attackman in high school, just picking you apart. No pressure in his hands. Great off-ball cut by Manown. Look at that feed right. But it's always different to see it in practice versus how it's executed by your opponent in the game. And I think that first quarter was a bit of figuring it out.
That's a big takeaway from Tim Adams. Got right in the thick of it. Much needed from Richmond.
Way in there, but they will fade off the backside, and I'd look for the skip through.
Looking inside. Gallagher jumps in. It's good. With 9 seconds left in the second quarter, Tate Gallagher delivers a much-needed goal for the Spiders.
15 seconds left. Great ball movement. There you go, skipping it through the defense. Shoults with another assist. And Gallagher that stands out to me. I think coming into the game, we didn't think that Richmond was going to be able to hang at the face-off X, and to be 50%, you've got to be happy if you're Coach Giamatti.
It's Joe Stein in at the face-off position for Duke and Jacob Griffin for Richmond. So both coaching staffs going with a new guy to start this second half. Richmond comes up with much-needed possession. They only attempted 2 shots in the final 8.5 minutes.
More efficient than that. They can't afford to turn it over another 8-10 times this half.
Spin that positively for Dan Giamatti. A goal to start the second half. Tate Gallagher. Boom. Look, you're only down 1 against number 2 Duke.
We've hammered it. This Richmond midfield is where they're going to have success. You see it there. No slides, stick swinging. Brad Smith got one from outside. Carpenter got one from outside. So they're starting to fall.
Bouncer for Montgomery. So easy for Jack Rusbuldt. He had a really good first half. Didn't talk about it enough, but
Penn State playing with the Grant Amons, the Matt O'Keefe's the world. Look at the success they're having.
We're tied at 7.
Again, it all starts with the midfielders. You see, dodge across.
Brett Randall has Hatfield poked away. Cade Van Rapport showing why he's one of the best defenders in the entire country with that caused turnover.
I think he'll be the defenseman of the year in college lacrosse. You talk about
JT Giles Harris, he won ACC Defender of the Year, so it'd be interesting if his teammate then won Defenseman of the Year.
Yep. I think if you look what Cade does statistically, there you go.
Nakeie Montgomery, rear back and fire, young man.
A great dodger, but becoming an elite shooter. See, man just steps off, lets him go, and that's too much room for Montgomery. Oh, got him in the chin.
Smith, the extra pass. Joe Robertson makes the Richmond defense pay. One last shot with the extra man. And Duke scores before the extra man can get on the field, and there's a flag down as well.
Richmond team rotating. Brad Smith, you see on that righty pipe, but just quick ball movement. You see Richmond rotates. They have to step up here. I'd say probably Van Rapport's because of those statistics, because of those ground balls.
Great feed. The finish not there. Teddy Hatfield denied, and now Duke can run with it. Lead of the afternoon for either team.
And it feels like they haven't had the ball, and they've won faceoffs.
What a feed! And the finish there from Joe Robertson. But credit Nakeie Montgomery. A beautiful find.
We've seen what Nakeie Montgomery can do as a shooter. He's getting better every game as a feeder. He's the guy who's going to step up for Duke to make a run. We know about Brad Smith, but here's Montgomery skipping it through the session.
They can hold for the last shot of the third quarter if they choose. Here's Montgomery weaving his way in. Stings the corner. Nakeie Montgomery. 12-7 lead for Duke.
We saw what he could do last May, Memorial Day weekend. And he is picking up where he left off. Inside the defense, he showed us earlier what he could do as a feeder.
Going low, it bounced in, it'll count. Just what Richmond needed.
These Richmond midfielders get to the middle of the field. Cade Van Rapport's on Mitch Savoca. Usually, guys stay away from Van Rapport's, but when he's above the cage, not as natural for
Shoults. Career high 5 assists today.
And you can dodge on Giles Harris and Cade Van Rapport's above the cage.
Takes takes it all the way himself. Shoults has been the one assisting today. Notches a goal there. And
when you take close defensemen and you put them above the cage, it is not an easy transition. It's a totally different game when you're dodging above the cage.
Ooh, crucial takeaway. Richmond kills the man up for Duke.
Ballers on their own.
Richmond out of timeouts. 1 minute left. You need 3 goals. They got one. Tate Gallagher with a bullet to the back of the net. That's his 4th goal of the afternoon.
Push it. I've said it all day. I love Tate Gallagher's game. I think he's got a huge upside. Great look through the defense by Hatfield and Stinger. Right over that inside shoulder, off sticks. Hardest working guys on the team, roommates.
Crucial face-off win for Joe Stein, but he lost the handle. Richmond has life. Seconds remaining in regulation. Feed inside. We've got a 1-goal game. Ryan Lee.
We might have spoken too soon.
Caught it and scored. The connection from fellow senior Teddy Hatfield, and it all started off the face-off.
Joe Stein just missing the ground ball. Then there it is, the fake. Look at him come around.
Was left for dead. Down 3 goals and a minute to go. 25 seconds to tie this game up after 2 goals in 30 seconds. Stein has the face-off win. Duke just needs to kill clock. Richmond throwing bodies at the ball.
They're gonna.
Nobody can touch him. Duke hangs on. A 12-11 thriller. The 2-seeded Blue Devils avoid disaster. Richmond gave them everything.